everybody, Dr. Diane Smith here, Advanced Wellness and Sports Rehab. I am here today bringing you a video on acupressure points for stress, anxiety, and neck tension. Thank you for taking a couple minutes to watch this video. If you find it helpful, please like this and share it with your friends if you can. A quick disclaimer, this video and the associated handout are for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for a proper diagnosis and is not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. As many of you know, I do acupuncture here at Advanced Wellness and Sports Rehab as well as chiropractic. And if you have been in for acupuncture with me before or with another provider, you know that it can often be very relaxing, at least depending on the goals of your particular treatment. So I'm going to show you 4 particular points today that I work into many different treatment plans and use quite often in practice. And I'm going to show you how to use those points yourself at home doing acupressure, so there are no needles involved. So you can do these points again at home, at work, carefully while you're in the car, or before bed is a good time too, anytime you have a couple of minutes, a couple extra minutes that is. So, all right, so getting started, the first point, and I'm gonna zoom in here so you can see my handout, and the handout is in the comments below as a PDF, so feel free to download that so you have that to take with you. So the first point is Sanjiao 15. So Sanjiao 15 is off the, right there, off the corner of the scapula, or the angle of the scapula there. So you can find it by finding your shoulder blade, and then it's usually kind of the bony prominence, the top part that's kind of usually bony on people. So if you get on that point just above that bony prominence, there are some muscles and muscle attachments there, and it's usually pretty tender on most people, or some degree of tenderness. And the goal here is just to get your fingers on there with a good amount of pressure. You should feel your fingers sinking into that muscle. And just pressing on there somewhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes, doing a couple of nice deep breaths. And trying to relax the other muscles in your arm. Obviously you have to keep your hand somewhat tense to keep the pressure on there, but trying to relax the muscles in your neck and your upper shoulders as well. And then switching sides and doing the other side, finding that point, sinking your fingers in. You'll usually find one side is a little bit more tender than the other, and maybe even if you can appreciate the difference, you can feel the tension in the fibers on one side. There's more tension on one side than the other. My left side is definitely more tender, and there's more tension in those fibers I can feel. So anyway, just sink in there, do a couple of nice deep breaths. Feel free to close your eyes if you want. You can kind of meditate with this as well. And again, holding each point, you can hold it, you can rub in circles, you can go back and forth, whatever feels best for you. The next point is called urinary bladder 10, or just bladder 10. And it is in the depression just off the lateral side of the trapezius muscle. So I'll zoom in here again and show you. There is urinary bladder 10, the lower red dot there. So find that point on either side. This one you can do both at one time if you want. And just sink into that point. Again, you can just hold it. You can do circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, movements back and forth. Again, this point is probably going to be a little bit tender on most people, but just kind of work through that. And you don't have to press so hard that you're in pain, but you should press hard enough that you can feel it. And again, do some deep breaths with that one. And then the next point is called gallbladder 20. And this one, this is not a technical measurement in acupuncture, but it's about a ½ an inch to an inch superior and lateral to the last point we just identified. So I'll zoom in here again so you can see this one is gallbladder 20. Right there, there's the last point we identified, and there's the new point. So again, get your fingers in there, try and relax your arms if you can, and kind of sink in. Some people like to use their thumbs on these points on the kind of the base of the skull area. And again, do some deep breathing and some relaxation. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. Maybe not if you're doing these while you're driving. But work those points as well. And then the last one we have is yin tang This point is on your face, right between your eyes. Or right between your eyebrows, I should say. So right between the midline, right between your eyebrows. And this one you can do circles, you know, clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever suits your fancy. You can go back and forth if you want, up and down, or you can just hold it. And that's it. Those are the 4 points. Those are the acupressure points. Again, the handout that I showed you here is in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, again, please like it or share it with your friends. I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.